I'm super excited to have you all in the room. I'm excited. Welcome to day two of our bootcamp. Yesterday was not funny at all. Network disturbed a lot of us. I had to start looking for how to navigate. I hope you all were able to go through the replay. In fact, only one person did the assignment. That's really funny, man. Anyway, we've passed that level now. We have left day one. So if you didn't do your assignment, that is now up to you. I've done my part, so I've left the rest for you to do. So let's move right into today's conversation. We're going to be looking at something really profound, okay? Welcome on board. For this is your first time joining. This is a 3-day program that is dedicated to opening you up to what it means to build effective reading strategies that is tailored to your academic success. Yeah, of course, it is the wisdom you're going to be gleaning from this program is enough to also help you in other areas of life, okay? Because reading is one of the major receptive skills, just like we have listening. So you read what is written and you listen to what is spoken. So these are the four basic language skills that we have in this world, right? So it's basic. If you don't know it, you have to learn it. That's what we're here to talk about reading. So this is day two. Today I'm going to be introducing you to effective memory improvement techniques and systems for enhancing it. Now, I'm only saying introduction because I have a full-blown course on memory in the Smart Readers Academy. Did that course back in 2021. In fact, that course took me almost 2 months to come up with, and it's not just something I can teach all of them today. But then I'm going to introduce you to the class on what it is about, so you have an understanding. When somebody talks about memory or memory skills, you should be able to understand what they're saying. So if you are in this class and as I am teaching, any part of the session resonates so well with you, I'd like you to type whatever it is that resonated with you in the room. If in the course of the class you also have any question, please do well to ask your questions so that I can address them as we go because of our timing tonight. Okay. This is Coach Faith. My name is Faith Michael. I'm a coach. Yes, I'm a reading coach and personality developer. I also help people build their brand on a deeper level. Yeah, personally on a one-on-one level. Okay, if you want to build your brand, I do that. I also have my Faith Michael's Mastermind where I am the lead coach. I'm a consultant. You can consult me for your project, your programs. I'm an author of 6 books as well as a thought leader. I'm a thought leader because I do a lot of education around building capacity, right? So some of my core values include meditation, integrity, learning, productivity. The reason it is important you try as much as possible to relate your values again and again is so that if there are areas that it seems like your actions are not aligning with your core values, to avoid the situation where you get to a certain height and you are struggling, you are like, oh, if I had known, okay, you start having issues and challenges. I hope you guys have announced to them on the WhatsApp group that we have started. I hope you guys have announced to them. I'm not seeing any message on the WhatsApp group. Let me do that myself, guys. I hope you can hear me today. I hope you can hear me. If at any point you cannot hear me, oh, my girl is having network issues. Sorry about that. Mabdora, if you are here, please, if at any point you cannot hear me, just let me know. You can type it in the room, okay? So let's get going. I was talking about core values that if you want to be able to do exploit, one of the major things I teach in my personality development program and training is that you should be able to step up higher and do what is important in terms of really aligning your actionable steps with your core values. It's important. If you're unable to do that, it means that you're not ready for growth. It means that you're not ready for alignment. So, in terms of purpose, I'm a pastor, I'm a lover of God, I'm a coach, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm so many things in one half. Okay, I'm a marketplace apostle. So, if you understand what that means, okay, I love my continent and I'm in for impact. These are the things we're going to be talking about today. So enough of me. We're going to be looking at these different dimensions, the importance of memory in learning and daily life, and then we also talk about some examples of individuals who have been able to, overcome memory challenges. Yes, who have been able to overcome memory challenges, and today they are doing amazingly well in their world. Some of them have passed on. I'm going to be sharing some of their stories with you, and then we're also going to be looking at the different types of memory, um, as well as memory processes. Then we'll also look at memory enhancement strategy. Who is ready to learn tonight? If you are ready, let me know. I am ready, ready, ready. Are you ready to learn? If you're ready, say I'm ready, 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 ready. Okay, so whether you're ready or not, I'm in for this. I've signed up for this. So let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the very first outline, which has to do with the benefits of memory in learning and our daily life. I said a lot yesterday around reading comprehension. So when it comes to memory and the benefits of it in our learnings, one of it is that it will help you for your retention. Memory is essential when it comes to the acquisition of new information. I said so many things yesterday. So it is possible that today now, because of the so many things I said yesterday, you are unable to catch up. You are unable to be like, okay, Coach Ray said this and said that yesterday, but there are certain things I'm unable to remember. Not because you don't want to remember, but because of the way and manner at which you've been able to build capacity and develop your memory. Okay? And develop your memory. So, are you ready to begin to understand how to retain information? Memory enables that, enables individuals to be able to retain information on a deeper level. Okay, so if you are struggling to be able to study well for your exams, to be able to learn new skills, to be able to understand concepts and ideas on a deeper level, it is important that you understand the concept of memory. Memory allows for retention, it allows for problem solving as well. How do you solve problems when you cannot remember ideas that you have interacted with, when you cannot remember concepts that you have connected with? So your ability to be able to solve problems and make powerful decisions based on what you've learned before is important, because with that you are able to recall past experiences. Yes, you're able to recognize patterns. You are able to apply relevant knowledge to solve problems in the areas that you might find yourself part time. You are able to also begin to utilize memory in achieving success. Maybe there are areas you have struggled before, you've had failures. When you now begin to develop your memory, it's going to help you. Another thing that it does is that it helps for communication. If you are here and you've been praying and thinking about how you can build your communication skill, memory is important. There are times that I want to speak. There are words I want to pronounce. There are um, textual representation that I want to rephrase. I want to bring it to my sentences or my communications, whether it is in writing or in speaking. I would have to be able to recall. How many of you understand what I'm saying? If you understand, say I understand. I would have to be able to recall where I am coming from. So I would not just wake up and be like, okay, as you can see right now, um, like I was saying, you start stammering, you're not able to put your words together. People are going to get bored, people are going to get tired, right? So building your memory is going to allow you to be able to what, communicate properly. It also helps for you to be able to identify yourself well. It is important when it comes to constructing personal identity. Constructing personal identity. Memory is important. It enables you to remember your past experiences. People forget a lot. They forget their past experiences, their relationship, life events. There are so many things right now, friends, that have been able to shape your identity, that have been able to shape your life, shape you to be who you are today. Your ability to reflect on that is pretty important, because with it you now begin to revisit your past, and then you know how to look into your future. Another key area is adaptation and survival. Memory is essential when it comes to adaptation. It is essential when it comes to survival mechanism. It is important because with it, you're also able to learn from your past experiences, adapt your behavioral patterns so that you can align with your current status quo. All right? I hope you're getting the gist. I hope you're getting the gist. So, these are many more are benefits of memories. Benefit of memories. It allows for you to be able to step outside your comfort zone, for you to be able to do the needful and be able to, become an exceptional person. So we're going to look at examples of individuals, okay, examples of individuals who have overcome memory challenges. Okay, have you ever heard of the story of somebody like, let me open my slide, somebody like Henry Molassen, Clive Warren, Jill Price, Jim Quick, Marilu Henner. Now, recently, I've been trying to really learn something as to how I can take my spiritual growth to the next level on a personal journey. Yes, because on a daily basis, we're constantly evolving. And I started coming into an understanding of what it means to really relate with spiritual archaeology. So you see that research and history is necessary in all areas of life. Whatever it is you want to grow in. That's why people pay for coaching. You come into my environment, you're like, Coach Faith, I just can't watch you from afar. I want to work with you. I want to be deliberate. I want you to be my coach. I want you to be my mentor. I want to work with you one on one. I've had situations where students come into my life and they are like, Coach Faith, I just want to work with you for the next. Ma'am Dora, thank you for that. All right. I just want to work with you for the next 1 week. I just want to work with you for the next 1 month. And 1 month we end up becoming a 3 years coaching, a 2 years coaching. Why? Because you've seen the things that I do, you love them, you want to interact with them on a deeper level. You just don't want to learn from afar. So most of the times, coming deeply into the life of an architect, an archetype or a prototype, an experience you want to interact with, someone you have seen who happen to be living the life you want to live. Do you understand? Maybe your problem is that you want to be able to speak the way I speak right now. You want to be able to write books the way I've written several books and I'm still writing. You want to be able to mentor other people in your network the way I do. Then what do you do in such an environment? If you do not have direct access to me, you do not have a direct access to my coaching methodology and blueprints, you now begin to study me. So now I want to build our memory. Let's look at the lives of these wonderful and amazing people. Henry Molassen. Henry Molassen is also known as HM for short. All right. For him, he suffered from severe amnesia because he had a surgery that he needed to treat epilepsy in the year 1953. So you can go and read about it. Let me not seem like I'm reading their history to you. But I want you to know that despite his memory impairment, somebody should write that in the room. Despite his memory impairment, just, you can imagine somebody that had to treat epilepsy, okay, with surgery. I've never heard that before. Of course, epilepsy happens when you're always having brain seizures. So you see those people that can fall down at any given time. They can even fall down the roadside. They fall down and their brains are manipulating. They're having seizures. You have to go for surgical operation, all right, so that they could remove those temporal lobes, okay, that are really affected. It even had to remove something that has to do with the hippocampus, all right. But then, despite all of those challenges, HM was able to contribute significantly to the understanding of memory today because he was able to go into deep research extensively. He was able to do so much. Okay, so despite those challenges, he was able to adapt his condition, his learning into ways he could really begin to, build capacity for what was necessary. He could compensate for the deficit that he had when it comes to memory loss. Okay, what about Clive Warren, who was a British musician and a conductor that was able to develop a viral encephalitis? He developed it, resulting in profound amnesia. When you say amnesia, somebody that is unable to sleep for a long time. Yes. So despite that memory challenge, he could still conduct an orchestra and play music. I can remember when I was learning the guitar. I learned it severally. I paid for it. I paid a coach. Um, I paid a coach to help me out at that time. My dear, I could not learn it. We have over 9,000 keys or chords. Yeah, I think that's the word, chords in the guitar, keyboard chords. But I wasn't able to learn up to three. I tried my best, but it didn't work. But look at some developed encephalitis and so many other issues with the memory, but he still was able to contribute so much despite his profound memory impairment. He was able to conduct orchestra, play music. He did a lot, demonstrating the preservation of procedural memory. Procedural memory is very powerful. Okay, we're going to talk more as we continue. There's also the Gene Prince or Gene Prize, also known as AJ. He had a rare condition when it comes to having HSAM, that superior autobiographical memory. He could remember a lot of things, and that became super. It became hyper, and it distorted him. What about Jim Quick? Jim Quick was a young man. He had an accident, and he was labeled as the boy with a broken brain. Look at what Jim Quick is doing today. He now teaches a lot of methodologies in his workshop, in his courses, on how you can take your life to the next level. What about Marilu, Enna, and several other personalities out there? You can go and read their story. I do not intend to really go deep into all of their stories. Maybe as you look at the slide, you can just begin to research them. Okay? As a student, okay, somebody says my voice is breaking. Okay. Is it same with others? Ma'am Gelly, can you hear me clearly? Isaac, can you hear me? Is my voice breaking from your end? Can you please attest to that so we know how to go about this? So it seems network is still a challenge. In fact, I've started this class. If not, I would have carried it forward. I've had several people today, um, even coaches who have carried their class forward. I'm just praying that um, I'm praying that it doesn't repeat itself even in the readers publisher today. Otherwise, we would have to carry forward for next week because it has been like a general challenge. A lot of people are stepping down on their trainings because of that. Okay, Ma'am Dora says is echoing. Ma'am Girl, is it that she can't even hear a word because I can't see her? Mr. Isaac, is he here or is just represented? Because I can't see anything. I'm just looking out for confirmation. Ma'am Dora, can you log out and join us again? Possibly. Let's see what happens. The reason I'm trying not to log out is because of the slides. If I do that now, it will stop. If I log out, the slides will stop. But can you see my slides clearly? Can you see my slides clearly? Since Ma'am Girl is having issues too. Okay, so I'm just going to continue. Okay, the slide is very clear. Ma'am Dora, is it still echoing? Is it still echoing? Is Santino in this class? Oh, Isaac, he could not even connect. I thought he's here because I can see him here. Okay. Let's see if I can switch my device. Can you hear me? Is it better? Okay, it's better. Okay, let me teach with my phone. Means that there will be no slide for now. So, looking at the life of these people, we can just begin to learn from them and see how we take our lives to the next level. So, let's move on to our third outline. The third outline is centered around the different types of memory. My God, it took me a while to be able to teach these very aspects. All right, I'm going to run through it. Guys, we have different types of memory. We have the working memory. We have the, if you see my slide here, we have the short-term memory. You can write them down because my slide is no longer showing. Network is really disturbing. I had to log out. Okay, so we have the short-term memory. We have the long-term. Please be typing them in the rounds I'm talking. We have the short-term memory, and then we have the working memory. Okay, short-term memory, long-term memory, working memory. Do you see that? These are the three different levels or types of memory. The short-term memory is also known as the primary or active memory because with it you are able to save or store around 5 to 9 items at a go. You can save 5 to 9 items at a go. Okay, it has a lot of capacity in terms of helping you to be able to utilize all the different strategy and tools that we are going to be expanding on. All right, so it is really very profound. It is very powerful when it comes to the memory system. Short-term memory is also known as primary or active memory because it allows for you to be able to save information. So you see that thing that you are trying to commit to memory through rote memorization. You are using your short-term memory to save that information. It is when you now understand it on a deeper level that you cannot translate that information to your long-term memory. Your long-term memory, is the one that has to do with your subconscious, where you save information for a long time. In this place, it's almost like an automated system because when you save information, then you don't forget. So as a student, what you are going to be working towards is how you can begin to translate information from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. And that requires a lot of work. That's what we're going to be. I'm going to be opening you up to memory techniques. Do you understand? So your working memory, we also have what we call the working memory. This one is the one that allows for you to be able to pay attention to situation. Okay? Pay attention, like you're paying attention to this class right now. You are listening to me right now. It is the working memory that is at hand because it collects information through the 5 senses. Like you can hear me right now through the sense of hearing. Or if you're also checking my slides, you can see my slide through the sense of sight. That is the working memory. So in the arrangement, we have the working memory outwardly connected to the senses. Then we have the short-term memory that allows you to be able to save information for a short time. And then we have the long-term memory. So the challenge with a lot of students when it comes to memorization is that they are not able to translate information into the long-term memory because they don't understand how to do that. So I'm going to teach you how you can begin to manipulate, how you can begin to utilize the different techniques available that will help you to begin to translate information from your working memory to your long-term memory. Okay, so let's look at, okay, in the program, I'm going to be teaching you guys on a deeper level what they entail. Like this is an academy, it is an institution, all right? So at the end of this class, I'll be opening you up to the offers that we have available. So as you listen to this replay as well, if you're interested to take your transformation to the next level, just go ahead and register, okay? So now let's look at the memory processes. These processes are more like the road, like you are traveling to somewhere. Maybe you are going from one place to another. You are going from one place to another. The journey is going to take you from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. Like maybe you are going to the 10th bus stop, the 10th bus station. You have to go through the first, the second, the third, and the fourth, the fifth to the 9th place before you get to the 10th place. So memory processes involves encoding, storage, retrieval. These are the 3 levels of it. Okay, I like you to write it down. Encoding, storage, and retrieval. So when we talk about encoding, we mean your ability to take in information, all right? And then storage is where you store it, and the retrieval is your ability to bring back that information. That is the process of the memory. So you see that in the place of the encoding, we need the working memory and the short-term memory. And then in the place of the storage, we need the long-term memory. And in the place of the retriever, we also need for you to take back to the working memory, so that you're able to dispense it in your consciousness and be able to do the needful. I hope you're getting the gist, guys. If you're getting the gist, let me know, let me know, let me know. I'm excited, even though network is disappointing a lot of us today. Well, we are living in third world. Sorry about that. Okay, so now let's look at the 3 strategies for memory enhancement. Strategies for memory enhancement. That's our last slide for this conversation. I'm trying to make it brief because I know I'm going to be sharing this replay for the sake of as many that are unable to show up for this class. Okay? So we have the mnemonics, then we have the visualization techniques, and then we have association methods. Association methods. Let me see if I can re-log in, or let's just leave it at that. Okay, since you can hear me clearly from here, I think it's better. So memory enhancement strategy. So for you as a student or as an individual that want to take your transformation to the next level, you have to begin to talk about, how do I enhance my memory? I think all of the things we've been saying, the crop of the matter is, how do I enhance my memory? How do I enhance it? Memory enhancement is truly, truly vital, friends. I must confess, because it's going to help you in a lot of ways. I've been able to do a lot of trainings on my mind. I do that on a weekly, on a daily, on a second basis. Sometimes I'm trying to learn something. I know the process it takes me from the place of encoding, the place of storage, the place of retrieval. Okay, so you must master the strategies for you to take your personal ability to remember things and to store information to the next level. Because this is going to help in your relationship, in your business, in decision making, in adaptation, in a lot of things. Because if you have the kind of memory that hardly can store information or can hardly even retrieve information, then it's a problem. So now we have 3 major techniques. Number 1 is the mnemonics. 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 We have visualization techniques, and then we have association methods. Did you get that? We have mnemonics, we have visualization techniques, and then we have association methods. These are the 3 different techniques, the 3 different levels at which one will have to go through for you to be able to build capacity to store information, to be able to retrieve it at will, and be able to utilize it for what is important. So in this very class, I will not be able to touch on all of them, but I'm just going to teach you a bit on mnemonics. All right? Mnemonics. So by the time we get into the full-blown package, the program, like I shared with you yesterday, that the program, we have over 50 different sessions. But I'm going to be teaching these things in short sessions. Some of them will be videos, some of them will be audios, some of them will be multimedias, because I would have to share my slides, and then I will upload those videos in a group where you can constantly download them and listen to them. And then we also are going to be opening up a community on Facebook. Okay, we're going to call it the Smart Readers Community. So everyone in that community will be able to ask me questions. Do you understand? You'll be able to ask questions, drop your questions in the group, show up for once in a while coaching call that we're going to be organizing. And then, but the course is going to be there. The community is just an addition. It's a plus. It's my bonus to say, oh, you have done well for registering. Have a community where you can interact with students across the globe, where you can interact with them, you can connect with them, you can have conversations with them. I hope you are clear with it. I hope you're excited about that. So the reason is because if you really want to build capacity, some of you are going to become reading coaches at the end of the day, because going through this program back to back is going to open up your mind to the possibilities that are embedded within you, the possibilities that are embedded within your mindset, the possibility that are embedded within your capacity for growth, for influence, for impact. It is going to open you up to such level of depth. I hope you get the gist. So memory enhancement strategies include mnemonics. Mnemonics are memory aids, just like people that find it very difficult to hear. Most times you hear them, they tell you they have their hearing aids. There was a time I was teaching in a class like this, and somebody reached out to me and was like, Coach Faith, I could not hear nothing because I'm having issues with my hearing. And the person went as far as sending They are memory aids to me. I don't want to say if it's a she or a he, so you don't understand if the person is close to you or something. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, I was able to understand that, oh, there are people in these sessions who don't even hear. So just like we have hearing aids, okay, we also have memory aids. Just like we have people who use glasses to be able to see very well, to be able to see clearly. We also have what? Memory aids, which is really important, which is vital for you to be able to utilize your memory very well that God has given to you. So when you use your memory aids, it is going to enhance your ability to encode information, your ability to retrieve information, your ability to organize your memory. Mnemonics are powerful instruments. They are powerful techniques that allows for you to be able to take your transformation to the next level. Do you get the gist? So let me give you quite some example of mnemonics. All right. Number one is acronyms. Acronyms is a mnemonic, is a memory aid. I used acronyms a lot while I was in school. Up to now, I still use it. Many of you can notice that most times when I'm teaching, I will say, "Oh, this is the BAT methodology. This is the ACI methodology. This is the this methodology." I'm simply using acronyms so that I can remember. So if you're a student, you always find it very difficult to remember what you've read. Trust me, friends, this is your opportunity to begin to use acronyms. How many of you ever did business studies in school? I started using acronyms as far back as GS1, GS2. I didn't know what they meant. I remember back in GS2, there was these very powerful exams in business studies. Remember in those days in business studies, you have things like advantages, disadvantages. They sometimes even call it merit and demerit. How many of you can attest to that? Merit and demerit. When you are a student who reads a lot and you have to list a lot of things, a lot of examples, acronyms are your best bet, because with it, you are able to take the initial letters of a series of words, of a series of sentences, and then you cannot create a word or a phrase. For example, if you've ever gone through my program on personal development mastery, there is the 5 personality model, the big 5 personality model, and I represent it with what we call ocean. Somebody should type ocean in the room. OCEAN. The O there stands for openness to experience, C is for conscientiousness, E is for extravagance or extroversion. Extroversion, and then the A there is for agreeableness, and the N is for neuroticism. You see, this takes a lot of work for you to be able to remember. But with memory aid like acronym, I've been able to put ocean together and I can remember easily. How many of you remember the, let me not go into chemistry now. I wanted to talk about white light going through a prison and it to give us what we usually would call raw leaf, something like that. They will now begin to itemize the red, orange, this and that. So we all use acronym all the time. So this is a thought, this is an opening that you should begin to utilize acronym on a deeper level, because it's a memory aid. It's going to help you remember. If you are struggling to remember things, you go to the exam or you don't remember, just learn a lot of acronyms, connect them to your mind. Number 2 I want to talk about is songs and rhymes. It's also a memory aid. Songs and rhymes helps you to be able to memorize phrases, okay? Help you to be able to memorize a lot of things. How many of you have heard of this thing? 30 days at September, April, June, and November. How many of you remember? All the rest are 30 now or 31, except February, which has 28 days and 29 days in a leap year. I will never forget that. Many of you still use that today. In your consciousness, when you want to remember, oh, we are in the month of June. How many days are in the month of June? You quickly begin to sing 30 days of September, April, June, and November. Oh, June is 30 days. September is 30 days, right? April is 30 days. Do you get that? November is 30 days. So before you know it, many of us have used a lot like that. There's also the one we call, there's also this rhyme we use. My very educated mother just opened me up to the 9 planet, or taught me the 9 planets, something like that, for you to be able to remember the different planets that we have. So there are different rhymes like that. Possibly there is the one that you have mastered before. So you have to begin to learn how to use rhymes and songs to be able to remember things. The next one I want to talk about is what we call method of loci. Maybe you've not heard of this one before. This one is strange to you.
method of loci or loci, L-O-C-I, the method of loci. This is also known as what we call the memory palace technique or palace technique. Now, this is a situation whereby you are able to begin to associate items to be able to remember specific locations in a familiar place. Let's say, for example, you want to be able to learn something that has to do with people's names, or maybe you want to be able to remember certain things in your life. I don't want to be randomized right now. You can begin to say, oh, I want to be able to remember that I want to buy pots, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. And then you look at your house, you're like, okay, anytime I enter into my compound, there's this tree, there's this flower somewhere. This is going to represent pots for me today. When I get into the room, these things are ridiculous. The truth is, one of the law of the memory, let me even say this to us, one of the law of the memory is ridiculousness. There are different laws of the memory. We have the law of ridiculousness, we have the law of associations. So, however you want to learn a thing, the more ridiculous it is in terms of representation, the more you are able to remember it. Do you understand? Haven't you seen a person in an environment and you're like, this person's face is so ugly. This person looks like a monkey. For example, I'm just saying, you will never forget that person. Immediately they mention that person's face that looks like a monkey, you remember the person's name because of the ridiculousness. These are all powerful trainings you need to learn to help you step up. Do you understand? Ever since I learned this, my life has never remained the same. And it has really helped me in my speaking, especially. In fact, it was in 2020 I experienced a drastic shift in my speaking capacity because I started using this very technique to be able to remember things when I am speaking, and it helps me a lot. So the method of loci allows you to be able to remember this. The last one I want to talk about, friends, is what we call chunking. Chunking involves breaking down large amounts of information into smaller, more manageable chunks or groups. A very vivid example of this is maybe you want to call your phone number, right? Your phone number is 081 356 852 935. Why don't you just begin to say, my phone number is 08135, at the end of the day, you're going to forget. But we learn how to break things in chunks so we can remember. That alone will really help in terms of remembering phone numbers, in terms of remembering maybe something that has to do with meaningful patterns, okay? Sometimes mathematical representation um, of, of symbols or formulas. Maybe you want to remember the almighty formula, right? The algebraic formula and all of those different powerful formulas. So you can use the chunking methodology. Even in reading, we use chunking to read. When I start teaching you on speed reading in the academy, I'm going to teach you how to use chunking to do speed reading. It's going to help you. So I needed to make this class very brief because of timing as a factor right now, as well as the network challenge. I see Rary in the class. Welcome. So, have you learned something today? Have you learned something? Do we have any question? Because we're rounding off right away. Yes, it's been beautiful, guys. Let me see if I can go back and share my screen. It's been beautiful just going through this process. I love it. I have learned a lot as well. Okay? I can't wait to have you guys in the academy. The academy is going to turn your life around. Because once you register, it is a one-off registration. It is not like you're going to be registering every month or every single year or every single whatever. It's a one-off registration, and I have made it very affordable. Okay, we have the regular package for $10, and then we have the VIP access for $20. Now I'm going to explain the difference. The regular package is for those of you that really want to learn, you want to build capacity, and you want to be in a community where you can keep on connecting with other students, learning from them as well, understanding how they are also navigating their journey. But I have about 7 different compartments I'm going to be walking you through. This includes comprehension, note-taking, speed reading, how to be able to let go of procrastination, productivity tools, how to make straight A's, how to be able to, I'm saying straight A's because I'm an A student, I'm a distinction student. All right, so I'm going to be sharing with you all of those strategies. And then you're going to be learning things that has to do with note taking, and I'm going to be demystifying um, the concept of um, memory on a deeper level. So, like I said, this is a reading university. Since I have been saying Smart Readers Academy, but it has just been in my heart to say that let's just turn this to a reading university. Let's just change the name, because that really is so sweet for me right now. Because you're going to be learning all of these different compartments all year long. All right. So every single week there will be videos I'll be dropping, and you'll be learning from those videos. Sometimes we're going to batch record videos on these different aspects, and you'll be learning from them. And then we're going to open a Facebook community. Please, if you have questions, you can drop it in the room so that I can address your question. I'm giving this announcement to talk about the offer that is available. If I don't share this offer with you, I'll be doing you a disservice. Do you get that? I'll be doing you a disservice. So I've never done this for students before, but I'm doing it at this level because I really want you to learn. Okay? So if you would like to join us in that cohort, in that environment, in that community for a token of $10, I will drop the link in this room right now so that you can go and register. If you want to have access to a VIP offer, we also have VIP access. VIP access is for $20. So VIP, it means that you will not just only be in the bootcamp, in the academy and the community, you can also have access to send me DMs on WhatsApp to ask personalized questions. Maybe some of you are shy, you're like, okay, Trit, I want you to address my questions personally. Okay? As you continue in the academy. All right? All year long, till the end of the year. So you can ask me questions. You can send me DMs and ask me questions. All right? Anytime you go through the class, there's something you're not clear about, you need clarity, you can always send me DMs. So I'm only giving that offer away for $20. So I'm going to share. Where is Bootcamp again? Where is Bootcamp group? Okay, I'm trying to do this with my phone and at the same time my WhatsApp. Okay, Dora says she has learned a lot. I'm glad. Dora is not a student. She's a student, but she's not a student in the 4 walls of the institution. But she's been here learning, and that's great. So, I hope you've learned. Other people that will listen to this, I'm going to share this replay. The reason is because of the people who are struggling to listen right now. Sorry about that, but I think it's a general problem that is everywhere. I've seen other thought leaders also complaining as well. So this is the program. If once you click on this link, it will open up. You will not make your decision. There are 2 offers. There we have the regular and the VIP. Okay, you now make your decision on which one to go for. Mute your mic. Okay, I've muted you. So if you click on the link, you are going to see 2 offers. All right, you can either choose the regular once you click on the arrow button there, or you check the VIP. VIP is for those that would still have access to questions, personal questions, and all of that. So whichever one you're interested in, go ahead and register. And then when you are done registering, you can send me a DM.
So when you are done registering, Ma'am Dora, can you still hear me? So when you are done registering, you can send me a DM that you have registered, and then we can take it up from there. We can add you to the group. So these are the different memory enhancement strategies that I shared. I'm just sharing my slide again. These are the different memory techniques. Okay, so you can utilize any of them. I've opened you up to mnemonics, but in the academy, you learn more about visualization techniques, association methods, and some other ones. Even the mnemonics, I've just done introduction because of timing. All right, I don't want to overflog it. Yesterday, I gave an assignment. Only one person did the assignment, like I said. So today, I'm not going to give an assignment. I am a coach, and I respect that. I also have coaches as well that are coaching me. Coaching me. Do you understand? So what that simply means is that I'm responsible to always do my assignment, even if it's a free coaching program. even if it's a paid one. Okay, I know what doing my assignment has brought me to, opportunities it has brought me to, by just being active in an environment. So this is the different mnemonics I spoke about: acronyms, rhymes and songs, chunking, method of loci. So I'm going to round off the class here, and I will drop the replay for those of you. I know that majority are having network issues. I'll drop the replay right now. I have a class coming up at 8 p.m. On my YouTube channel. If you'd like to join me, you're welcome. You're welcome to join. And then we're going to continue. We're going to round off this class tomorrow by 6 p.m. as well. Tomorrow I'll be talking about productivity techniques and some other things that can help you as a student to be able to take your transformation to the next level. So for those of you that are ready to register, if you would also love to pay on 2 installments, you can reach out to me privately, and then we'll talk about the options available for payment. So if you also click on that link and you find it very difficult to register, send me a DM as well, so we can send you a personalized account detail, maybe for your country, so you can pay. I think the major countries that are here, they are covered. So we'll give you an account detail to pay through. I hope that is clear. So it's been beautiful. Um, we've looked at memory today. Yeah, beautiful. Memory is a very vital part of our learnings because it's the instrument that's been given to us by God for us to be able to navigate our journey, for us to be able to adapt to situation, learn well, build capacity, expand our horizon, and become very profiting in the things that we do. So if you want to be able to speak well, you need to work on your memory because with it you are able to remember a lot of information. I've shared with you different strategies and techniques that you can begin to utilize in storing information, retrieving information, and encoding information. Okay, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you as a student and as a learner that it is possible for you to build capacity, it is possible for you to build depth and become really extraordinary. So I can't wait to have you all in the room, join the Smart Readers Academy so that you can finally take your transformation to the next level. So have a lovely, lovely day ahead. Have a lovely weekend and bye for now.